Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we will create an MCP server and connect it with the Claude and try to communicate with our MCP server from the Claude UI itself. For the MCP, we will build an event planner functionality that can add an event into the calendar, and we'll also look into the MCP Inspector tool that is utilized for debugging and testing the MCP server. So let's start. As you can see here, I have a blank file. I have set up the function that we need to use for adding that event, and I have also created this JSON file for the authentication. So let's start. First we need to import the FastMCP, and now let's create an object of that. So first let's build a simple tool and try to use it with MCP Inspector tool, or we will use MCP tool here and give the name of the tool add numbers, and we will also need to provide the description add two numbers together. These two parameters will be passed to the AI model along with the user input. So AI will have the description and name of the tool. So based on the description and name, AI will define that I need to call this particular tool to fulfill the user's requirement. Okay, now we need to define a function that can execute it when AI will call this particular tool. So here we have the function. Okay, now let's start the MCP server. To run the MCP, we can use the FastMCP run command and then file name main.py and the object name of the MCP class. Then we need to set the transport. So I am using HTTP here, and also need to set the port, so that will be 8000. Okay, so our MCP server is running. Next we need to run the inspector tool, so we can use node module. Make sure you have the node.js installed on your system. So here is the command model context protocol /inspector. So let me run it. It will open automatically. So here we have the inspector tool which we can use to debug the MCP server. So first I need to change the port here as we are running on the 8000, and let's connect. We have n number of options to inspect as per the MCP server's capabilities. So we will look into the tool specifically. So as you can see here, we have a name, and this is the description that we have set in the tool definition. Now let me define two variable, and run the tool. So as you can see, tool run is successful, and here is our result. And as you can see, varied according to the input schema. So this also does the input schema validation. Here is the output schema. So model know how to pass the response and what kind of response it expect from the tool run. Okay, so this is a basic tool that can add two numbers. Now let me back here. Now let's create a tool that can add an event into the calendar. Let me import from the another file, and we also need a date time object. We'll show you why. So let me create a MCP tool here, and the name will be add calendar event, and description will be add an event to the calendar same. To execute the add calendar event function, we will need three parameters: title, start time, and end time. Okay, so I am creating this. So as you can see, we are getting suggestions why not use that. First we have a title, then we have start time and end time, but notice that all of these are in the string format, and when we call the function, we need date time in a date time object. So first we need to convert it to the date time object, and then we will call the function here. Okay, so our MCP tool is ready now. Now we will use the ngrok to expose our MCP server to the internet, so Claude can communicate with our MCP server. Here we have the URL that we can use to expose our local server. So open the Claude and go to the settings, and you can find connections here. Okay, so we can go to customization. So click on the connections and click on this plus icon to add a new MCP server. So we can say demo MCP, and here we have a full URL /MCP. Okay, so our MCP server is loaded and connected with the Claude. Now let's try to communicate with MCP server. So first I will ask it to add an event to my calendar for tomorrow. Did not providing any date time here and not providing any title or something like that. So let's see what it does. Okay, so it says I will be happy to add an event to your calendar. Just need few more details. What's the name, title, and any other details, duration or description. Okay. Title will be project review meeting, and set it for tomorrow 3 p.m. So now it should call our MCP server. Okay, so this is asking for the permission. Okay, we will allow it. Okay, done. Your event has been added to Google Calendar. Title project review meeting, date tomorrow Monday May 25 2026. Okay, 3 to 4. So let's check. Okay, here we have the event project review meeting Monday 25 3 to 4 p.m. Okay, so this is added to my calendar directly from the Claude. Now let's see the tools it has executed. Okay, so here we have all the details that it has executed. So let's see. As you can see, this is our function and tool name. And now let's see the execution details. So this was the request parameter, title, start time and end time, and this is the response. So this is how you can create an MCP server and connect it with any AI model. It can be OpenAI models, it can be Anthropic models, or any other open source model, and allow user to communicate with your MCP server. So that's it for today. Let me know in the comments what is the next topic you would like to see, and do like the video and share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more such content. Thank you.